Good morning. My name's Mike. This is All Things Fish, and thanks for tuning in. We're finally getting caught up on the 12 days of Christmas here, and here's day 10 coming at you. Once again, I'll include a link for the previous days up there. Make sure you check them out. If you haven't submitted answers already, send your answers to mike.allthingsfish@gmail.com to get your name in the hat to win the prizes at the end. Now, without further ado, on to day 10. Up to this point, we've stayed, pretty much freshwater oriented, whether that's breeding, live foods, planted tanks, etc. Let's dabble in a little bit of saltwater stuff though, because I think a lot of people are intrigued by saltwater, but sometimes maybe they're a bit intimidated by it. And it can be intimidating. There's a lot of different gadgets that we don't see in freshwater tanks, and there are a lot of different options as far as livestock goes. Everything from corals to invertebrates and crazy fish that may or may not get along with each other. Now, Bulk Reef Supply is an excellent source of not only equipment, but information as well. They have Bulk Reef Supply TV on YouTube, which covers a wide variety of everything from the basics to quite advanced topics regarding saltwater aquariums. One of my favorite resources that Bulk Reef Supply offers is the 52 Weeks of Reefing series, which covers the majority of aspects involved in setting up and running a saltwater tank from day one through maturing the tank. Now, let's get into the questions. Question 1. In the week 35 video of the Bulk Reef Supply 52 Weeks of Reefing, Ryan goes into an in-depth discussion about soft corals. Soft corals can be broken down into a variety of groups, such as leathers and rickordias. Name 3 other types of soft corals. Question 2. What differentiates these soft corals from other corals such as large polyp stony corals or small polyp stony corals? Now, if you look at them, they're visually distinctly different, but what about their structure, does Ryan explain, distinguishes them? Question 3. Do soft corals prefer high or low water flow? And what equipment might you be able to use to accomplish this? Question 4. Now, as with a lot of things, there's a lot of variability, but generally speaking, do most soft corals require real high intensity lighting? Question 5. Ryan goes on in the video to talk about sourcing corals from various locations, whether that's at your local fish store or online. And in the saltwater realm of our hobby, corals are often sold as WYSIWYG. Now, this is WYSIWYG. What does WYSIWYG mean when you're purchasing something? Question 6. Zoanthids are easily one of the most popular corals in the hobby. Zoanthids, or zoas for short, are an easy, undemanding coral. Ryan touches on the requirements of zoas in the week 35 video. Briefly describe the general lighting, flow, placement, and nutrition requirements of zoanthids. Question 7. While they're setting up the tank throughout this 52 Weeks of Reefing series, Ryan adds an ORA pom-pom xenia to the tank, which is an easy, undemanding coral that can be a pleasure to watch as each palm of the xenia pulses as it filters debris out of the water. Does xenia display a faster or slower growth rate? Question 8. Gorgonians are very unique corals that you don't necessarily see super often in people's tanks, but they do come in 2 types, both photosynthetic and non-photosynthetic. What type of foods does Ryan recommend feeding non-photosynthetic gorgonians? Question number 9. Rhodactis mushrooms are quite common due to their ease of care and wide availability. They're generally a little bit cheaper coral to purchase. What are the lighting and flow requirements for Rhodactis mushrooms? And the final question, question number 10 of day 10 of the 12 Days of Christmas contest and giveaway. Green star polyps are beautiful and can be extremely fast growing. I'm sure you've probably seen them even if you didn't recognize them, because they are so abundant in the hobby, being easy to care for and fast growing. Why does Jason recommend placing and growing this type of coral on an island or in an isolated area in your saltwater aquarium? That's your 10 questions for day 10. I look forward to seeing your responses in my email, mike.allthingsfish@gmail.com. Feel free to drop suggestions, comments, etc. down below. and day 11 will drop later today. I mean, I am just a day behind. We're finally getting caught up, but keep your eyes out for it sometime later this afternoon or early this evening. And until then, have a great day.